Hi, Cancer. Welcome back, Cancer. I'm Nan, and this is Silky Intuitive. And we have a general outlook for the month of October 2016 for my friends, the Cancers. Now, at the end of this video, if you want, in honor of Halloween, my favorite childhood holiday, we have got a reading that I call Talking to the Dead. Now, I started these yesterday. I did them for the earth signs. And how truly amazed I was at the messages coming through with these readings, these Talking to the Dead. What I thought was going to turn out to be fun is turning out to be incredibly heavy energy. We picked up yesterday, I believe for Virgo it was, we picked up the energy of someone who was there at the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. It was really quite an incredible reading. I even think, God damn it, I imagined that, but honestly, it was quite an exceptional reading. If you want, go take a look at Virgos. It is really quite something. We connected with someone's mother yesterday. And so we've got real energy coming through on these readings. Now, let's talk first about Cancer and their general outlook for the month. First, I want to, pardon me, partake in a little sip of my favorite tea. All right, pardon that. First, we want to reach into the bag of energy words for the month. So we're going to have an energy focus word for the month. And let's see where we should apply our mental energy in October. Cancer, for Cancer. Am I getting it? I think I've got it. I've got it. Simplicity. Cancer. Don't elaborate. Don't overdo. Keep everything simple. Everything from your diet to the way you approach people to your thinking. Let's keep it simple. Keep it understandable. We know that Cancers are brilliant. Cancers are the writers. They are the authors, the musicians, the artists. But along with that talent, I do know some Cancers who are quite creative and yet can be quite opinionated and boisterous. And Spirit is saying, let's keep it simple in the month. Whoa, that one kind of flew. So I've been shuffling these. They're antsy. They want to be read. But before we do that, we're going into the great big deck. Let's look at our focus for the month. I'm not looking. I know you can't see me, but I'm not looking. All right, what have we got here? The Page of Wands. This is good news coming through that something we have been desiring is about to come to fruition. Good energy. I like that, Cancer. I like that very much. But, you know, the Page of Wands isn't really a simple guy. So this is saying, keep it simple. Again, something about simplicity for Cancer is going to be incredibly important. So I'm going to do one more mix of the cards. All right, Cancer, here we go. Are we ready? Spirit says we're there. Do you want me to cut? Spirit is saying do not cut. Interesting. Usually he makes me cut. Okay. We've got, this is probably past position. For some Cancers, we've got sleepless nights. I can say, for my one friend who I know is watching, who is a writer, political writer, actually, darling, just know, you know, you can't lose sleep over what's going on, because I have a feeling everything's going to turn out all right. But honestly, for that one person who's losing sleep over their work, especially if you're in the political field or if you're a writer like this one friend of mine is, just know you got to get out of your head about this, because everything is actually going to develop quite nicely. There will be justice in whatever situation. For my Cancers, whatever is keeping you up at night, whatever has you going, oh, Jesus Christ, what the heck am I going to do now? That kind of energy, just knowing that we have justice at play here. I think it's connected to this positive news coming forth. Like I said, I think everything in this situation is going to come through pretty well. It's going to be a brand new beginning, something that we're all actually very happy about. Again, if we're speaking about the political nature of the atmosphere, especially here in the U.S., I get that strongly for someone who is in the game, who is actually in the process. That keep your words simple. Don't try to over-explain like I'm doing right now. Keep it simple. Don't lose sleep over what develops. This is for anyone in general, because justice is coming your way in a certain situation. With the Ace of Cups, this is a brand new beginning for Cancer. For some Cancers, this is, I'm going to say for someone is having some stressful moments because they found out that a former partner of theirs, someone who they are divorcing, is actually in love already. This is like, yes, I'm listening. This is going to come as a surprise to someone. It's going to come as a huge surprise to someone to find out that this former partner, who honestly there was a very deep love there, they're going to be a little taken back, someone is, by the news that a love that they've recently split from is already in love with someone else. That's for someone in particular. The world. Well, you know what? There's happiness for all. I don't think that the happiness factor is going to be an issue at all. And I see that if you're in your head about this, we've got the 10 and then the 1. And the 1 is here with the Ace of Cups. So whatever end this was for someone, you're in for a brand new beginning. There's a brand new way of looking at things where this is concerned. A brand new, let me move my camera just a bit. There's a brand new I even think for the person who may have been left in this situation, you've got something brand new, somebody brand new in your life that actually helps to bring clarity and simplicity to life. I can imagine that for some of you, that a situation where love was quite complicated, and that can be the message coming through simplicity, that you've gone through a very long, complicated cycle, and your life is about to become a whole lot easier for both people in this situation. It hasn't been easy for anyone, especially the person that has had to move away. Someone had to move away from this situation. It was long, it was brutal, it was hurtful, it was painful along the way, it was long, and it was an agonizing release, because maybe it's gone on for a very long time. With the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, all of this nonsense cut loose, especially here with the presence of justice. Justice, I think for some of you, you are finally seeing the fruits of your labor, where a separation, a divorce, a troubling situation that has been released. For some of you, this is brand new beginnings with the Page of Wands, and it's the direction that you've been heading in for whoever this is. Now we want to look at the John Holland deck. Again, these have already been shuffled, but I'm going to give one more good shuffle for you guys. We want the final 3 cards to come from the John Holland deck and tell us a little bit more about this, because now this Ten of Swords is going to fall in the center. It's going to touch every element. So whatever it is that's finishing up here is going to have touched every element in this reading. So we're ending heartbreak, where it's caused sleepless nights, but justice. Whether this is an actual divorce, a separation, or just a feeling of comeuppance, like that son of a bitch finally got what was coming to them type of energy. Justice has been served. Now we've got the Ace of Cups. This disappointment is also touching a brand new beginning here with love. It's also connected to a new beginning around communication, thought processes, can talk about even internet relationships or long distance electronic relationships. With the world, this can say, I'm in love with someone who lives on the other side of the world. Or maybe I've traveled to the world to get to this place in life. So now we want to talk about mental conflict. That's this. For me, that even though that's the Two of Swords in the regular tarot, for me, the mental conflict is around making a choice maybe. Heartache and loss. That's where this connects here. This connects here. Again, we see mental conflict. Again, we see the end of heartache and loss. But the actual heartache and loss is also touching the end, which says whatever heartbreaking situation it was that you were in at one time, we've got a brand new way of looking at that situation. And I think it's connected to a brand new beginning at love. Solitude. Now, I'm going to say this is the Hermit card, if I'm not wrong. The Hermit card is about taking time to reflect. Taking time to reflect on a situation where maybe there has been heartache and pain and loss, and depending on where the disappointment is at, is where you are emotionally, what level of emotion you're at. Here it says you're at the end of mental restrictions, feeling tied up, feeling bound, being stuck, betrayed. And with this heartache and loss card, which is the Three of Swords, we can see that for some of you, this is around a betrayal in a relationship where, yes, we are separating, we are seeking justice. That cycle is coming to an end. Now, solitude is saying, yes, this is the Hermit. The message with the Hermit in this deck briefly says, stop. Your soul is calling out and needs to be honored and heard. The answers you seek aren't necessarily found in the outer world. The time has come for you to step back, withdraw from the outside commotion, get out of the mental prison. The Solitude card is a reminder of how important it is to pause, be still in your mind, meditate, reflect, reevaluate, and discover the wisdom and the answers that come from within, that every soul and every being has the ability to possess. So the answers in the situation, if my cancers are having any difficulties in October, it's around a love situation. You have to know that the energy of the Three of Swords, that heartache and loss, and that stems from betrayal. That can almost always, in a love situation, for me turn out to be a betrayal of some kind. Lies, deception, thievery, being used, being manipulated, especially mentally here. It can talk about that heartbreak and loss that comes from a betrayal of an affair, a three-person relationship where only two people were promised to be. So for me in the situation, if this is resonating with you, it's already in process. You're already going through this separation and final division process. If you've already gone through the process, it's still on your heart. It's still causing you some mental this is here. It's a mental conflict. It's also continuing to hurt your heart. You're still feeling that damage. And even though you may be involved with someone new, the clarity is coming. I do see you stepping back and reflecting on that little voice inside that you depend on for answers. That's spirit. That little inner voice, that is spirit calling out to you and telling you what it is that you know deep in your heart through reflecting. The way the hermit searches for the truth and the light, it's the same energy. Get in touch with that energy at this time. If this is your story, then this is saying it's your time to embrace a different way of looking, a different way of feeling, because this force, this energy, this manipulation is coming from spirit, and it's forcing you towards this new object of love, Cancer. So it's saying, put the old away. It's all time for this energy to rest, for the swords to fall out, for the conflict and the loss to end, because through reflection you will find the answers, the inner answers that you need connected to this new love situation that some of you are in. Now, I think that's all I've got for you. If you want a reading meant just for you, if this resonates with you, you can hook up with me at my Weebly website. That link I'll leave down below. Go through the process over there. You'll find the information if you just look around. Now, if you want to watch this 99-cent video that we've done in honor of Halloween, Talking to the Dead, if you want to see if we come in contact with someone that you knew in this life, or maybe someone from a past life that wishes to speak with you. We're doing it over there for Cancer. I'll leave that link down below, and you can go there and look for your video. Sun, Moon, and Rising, by the way. If this doesn't resonate with you, check your moon and rising if this was your sun sign. You may find a different energy over there. And sometimes your moon and rising can make more sense to you than your sun sign. And until the next time, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and peace.